Hope everyone's okay. Oh God, today terrible pain, guys. You know, I said to you, it's raining, it's damp. Oh, it's fucking terrible. So obviously I've had this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 vertebrae done. Can't write. And between each one, you've got like a spinal stenosis. It's called a decompression. So compression is when you're pressing down to tight like that on something. So when you get in the morning, if you lean forward, you back like that and pull it forward slow, hold it there. Keep doing that a couple of seconds until you get to like maybe 40, 50 seconds and it'll decompress it. So it'll stretch the vertebrae back out so they're not compressed down. It's not so bad number. It's when you press get up between you sitting from maybe key commander Fuse on. He's a good lad. He'd be able to explain to you. He got blew up in, I think it was Afghanistan or Iraq. Lovely lad, absolute hero. He's one of my biggest heroes in the world. Love him all the world, great lad. And when he had the fight, the scumbag at Winterstow, he was straight here. He's like Waterford, looked back to him, fucking fire bombs and all that. He's just laughing. But he said, how could he come straight out, bless him. And yeah, he put the wood in the windows and that for us. Because all the arse pipes smashed the windows. But he came out, he went, disgusting what they've done, making you walk a plank. Like fucking Johnny the Pirates, like a pirate on a plank. Disgusting. He said, especially, he said, I know the injury you've got, because it's the exact same injury I've got, because he got blew up. But it's the same injury he got, and it's the same, the fucking same doctor had roomed him, it's roomed me. The doctor slipped under C5 vertebrae, when they were chiseling bits out and stuff, slipped with a scalpel and sliced it open. Suture means obviously stitched it, and it was a dural tear, which means it was ripped open. So I went and he said, oh yeah. I said, what, go ahead, doctor. He said, oh, everything went perfect. You couldn't get it, wish for it better. It was hard to lift you, being 22 stone, I think 22 and a half stone. He said, it took like 5, 6 of us. We had like 4 nurses and three doctors. Usually we only had one doctor on, then the other one takes over. So we've been so big. He said, it's the worst I've ever done. It's the longest I've ever done. So he said, your calcified on the back of my neck here is your ligament. That there turned into calcified bone, like rock hard. So it's a good thing because we can bolt the 2 titanium rods under that. So you've got your spinal cord in here like that. That's surrounded there, encased in your head's encased in concrete, which is like obviously bone, and the other one is your spine. So they're encased. They're the only things encased in your kneecaps. So it's protected because it's obviously it's protected because it's in the bone, because you pinch it. Obviously it hurts now. Some people have a slip disc and they go, oh, my back, and they can hardly move. This is like having So they've got you've got your vertebrae in your neck. I think there's 9 in the neck, and then you've got the other ones further down, and then you've got the ones at the bottom of the lumbar, it's called. So you've got 9 in your neck. I've had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, isn't it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 done in my neck out of 9. So what's happened is, in between your vertebrae like that, you've got the bone like that. Mine was all full of, instead of it being clear, it was all calcified bone. So it was like somebody getting, say, plaster and plaster in between it, or concrete in between it. So it built up a calcified bone. So what was happening, it was making the hole here where your spinal cord goes, which goes down like that, spinal cord. It was making that hole. There's the hole, say, right? It was making that go like this. So it was smothering that like that. So instead of it being loose, that there was smothering that, so it was getting tighter and tighter and tighter. He said, so what it'll do, it'll sever it, and you'll be paralysed from the neck down from the vertebrae, and you'll be in a paraplegic in a bed, hospital bed. You won't be able to, you'll be like Superman was. I said, oh yeah, Clark Kent. So anyway, they said, so it needs to be done. He said, but the thing is, the COVID fucking come on.
They said, the next couple of weeks it needs done. So I shit myself every hour in the house. Go, what if it severs today? What if it severs? No, my head was battered because the COVID, they couldn't have been in the hospital because of the fucking loads of people had cancer. Lots of people died through that COVID because the COVID stopped them getting the secondary illnesses. What they had, people had cancer, couldn't get it, the injuries done like that. And other people had gallbladder things to be done. Other people had livers to be taken out, and all sorts. So loads of people passed away because the COVID blocked everything up, couldn't get in. 13 on, 66 thumbs up. 66 on, 13 thumbs up. Don't forget to push like buttons. So I had to have this operation called a spinal stenosis. So what they do is they go between all the vertebrae and chisel out all the calcified bone, and it makes it breathe better. So then that's not tight like that. So it opens it up. So it's a bigger hole like that, and then you put the spinal cord back in there. So then it's not going to sever. So that's what happened. But if you don't get it, it'll just keep building up more bone around here, around and more, and it just gets tighter and tighter and tighter. It just severs it, and that's how you end up being paralysed from the neck down. So it was horrendous, he said, to do. So anyway, I got it done. One was called Nigel. One was called Dr. Bardia. One was called Dr. Christian. Christian was the main one in North East. So I got it done. That was fucking terrible anyway. So carry on with these tonight. So I come off the operation, but they couldn't wake me up. I think the size of me, I think they give me too much. They took them about 3 hours to wake me up, where the operation took 2 hours 40 minutes. But I was down there for 5 hours, 6 hours nearly. I'd had to go in. So Marty Joseph Turner, God rest his soul, where the bullying him to death. Bullied another fucking man to death. The scumbag author. So Marty went and took me to the hospital in the morning, so I could walked in and signed in, and I signed in the other part, and I went and got it done. So I was waking me up, and I was going, just I could remember little bits. They couldn't wake me up, so they said, I said, we can't wake him up. It's 3 hours he's been. But I said to them, it could have been pure exhaustion because I was in that much pain for that long. I was only getting like 2 hours sleep, from 30-minute, 40-minute sleep. The pain was unreal. The pain was the worst pain I've ever had. But nothing's worse than, what do you call him, key commander. He said to me, nothing's worse than nerve damage. When you think about it, if you have a sciatic nerve, you go, oh, you bastard, and you get it. And people have had it. It goes right down you. It's like a red hot poker. Imagine a red hot poker sticking in your bum and going right down your leg. The pain. It's excruciating. So can you imagine your full spinal cord being crushed at the top, the bottom, all the way down, and all being pressed with the bone tissue? That's how much pain I was in. So I was like, fucking. So they did it, and then they put me in this room. There was about 6 hours there, and he was talking to me anyway. He was going, what have you had done? I told him, he said, I've got a slip disc, and I'm crying with it. You've had all that done in your neck. Then he had to go. So that was like, say, November, I think. So I think it was October, November, January, February, March. Yeah, it was about October. Got it done. That fucking piece of shit, dog shit. That fucking dog shit. He went, he's making it up. He's pretending he's in hospital because he can't fight no more. And he's pretending he's in a wheelchair. He's rented a wheelchair because people are offering him out. No, it was you sending messages, pretending it was people offering out. It was fucking you doing it. Because the people since then have come forward and told me, oh, it wasn't Paul Venice. It was you. It wasn't Richie Horsley. It was you. It wasn't Mick Sorby. It was you. It wasn't Vulture. It was you. It wasn't fucking Tommy Tape and all the lads, but it was you all the way along, you and your wife, torturing people. So now there's another video up today I've seen somewhere, I don't know who's put it up, where he's threatening a fucking lad. Apparently the lad's bought 2 DVDs, but I told you about the DVDs, what he sold. What he did, Brent and them went and got them done in Holland, where the format's different. So they got them done, about, I don't know if it was 1,000, Kelly said. He said, they got them done, they came back, and all at work was 2 minutes, 56 seconds. So they cost 10 quid each. So this lad's, no, 20 quid each, sorry, the cost. I think it was 20 quid. I think it was 20 quid, yeah, 20 quid each, post and packaging. So this has got them, who lives around the corner from where he lived in Stoke. He doesn't live there now. So he bought both, but they paid for his missus. So they came, he put them in, he said, Jamie, I've got these things and they're not working properly. And I'll just give it a bang, just give it a good clean. It might be, oh, a lot of people, they're getting stuck because of the DV and all the excuses, all the shite. He said, I just want my money back. He said, don't let me. Now, if you went to a shop and it didn't work, you just go back, give me the receipt and get your money. So he kept saying, yeah, well, he said, well, so one night, the lad was doing his head and said, look, I need paying. He said, I want to get some new ones off you, or can you just refund me, just give me new ones? So he said, come and meet me on the corner, because he lived around the corner. So a lad who I know, I won't say the lad's name, said, because he was on about going around the lad's house, but he's got two little girls in the house and a wife. He said, just go and meet him, walk up the street and meet him. He said, I'll just take the dog for a walk then. So he took the dog for a walk. And he gets anywhere, yeah, put the dog away. And the dog can hear in his mouth, he's threatening him. And obviously the kid's only about fucking 8 stone, about this big, fucking tiny little fucking kid. And he's going, put the dog away. He's going, I'm going to get Paul. Doing it again with Paul. He's going, do you know how I brought up with Paul? I brought up with Paul in there. So bank, I know Paul well. I will get him to do this. I'm going to get him to ruin you. I'm going to come round your house and I'm going to fucking ruin you. The same shit he's been telling me and everyone else. It's there, it's you. So it's not like you putting Brian Cockerill to paedophiles with 360,000 images of children. Well, where are they? Where's the 360,000 images? Because it's lies and made up bullshit. So that's malicious communication, defamation of candidates, defamation of, can't remember the name of the fucking thing. Slander, defamation of character, that's it. And it's complete lies you're making up. So it's perverting the course of justice, and you're making up lies that don't exist. So everything that it's been put up, the people I know, it's you talking, Brian the retard, Brian the spacker, Brian the mon, Brian the getting your wheelchair, doing all this noise. So when I spoke to someone in the disability place, I went, he could go to jail for 6 months for every single one of them. I said, what do you mean? Well, she said, do you know when somebody called you like Brian, I know I hate saying the word, Brian the spacker. She said, yeah. If you say Brian the spacker, it's bad, but when you go and you do the noise, what people do because of the illness, that's 3 or 4, 5, 6 times worse. Paladin, they're called, but they help people who are like celebrities like myself, not top celebrity, but I'm still in that limelight where people buy books and stuff and documentaries. So it's for many it was brought out for the MPs who got killed, one got stabbed to death. I think both got stabbed, the man and the woman. It was like under the Terrorism Act thing, they brought it out. So anyone getting bullied online can phone them and help them if they're getting, like Brian McFadden, I think it's called, tortured him. Your other mate, Terry, your other troll mate who was kicked out of the police force for being a troll. Isn't it funny that all roads seem to lead to tinfoil? Decker Higgy, Darren G, fucking Brenton, fucking, what's the other one called? The other one the other week. Anne Drogan, or what the fuck she's called. Or Terry, whatever you called your name. All these lead to you because you're the biggest troll with them all. You're the troll leader, like the master troll. So you get the model troll people. People are fucking sick of it now. They all know it's you. So this new one, he's going, put your dog away. Put your dog away. And he's going, I'll fight you one hand behind my back. I'll fight you one hand behind. Like I looked at him, you're definitely fucking insane. You can see in his face the hatred and the evilness that he would do what he's going to do. My house has been attacked on, so we know it's you. The cops even know it's you. They just couldn't prove it was you. They even said, we know it's him. We know it's him, though. We know 100% it's him. They're onto you. So you put a thing up today saying, the police have told me Brian's getting arrested. How many fucking times have you said that in the last 4 years? 200, 300? Pure shite. And do you know when you say it doesn't happen? That's called dual arm and distress because you're giving people fear. So, Brenton, you might be coming in the indictment now, putting things up about me that didn't exist. So I haven't done nothing. Somebody else has put the video up. I talked about it, and somebody must have found it and put it up. It's got nothing to do with me if Tom, Dick, or Harry or fucking Johnny put something up. But the thing that's condemning about it is it's you again, Jamie. Your mouth, because you can't. You can eat a mile with that mouth of yours, but you're threatening a little lad about this big. He looks about 8 stone to me, about 5'4", and he only wanted his money back or a refund. It was at Christmas time. You threatened him in the fucking streets at 4 o'clock in the morning, and the kid says, Jamie, give your head a fucking shake. Give your head a shake. Get yourself back to normal. Get back on your tablets. What did he mean by that? Oh, I know what he means. The 3 paracetamol and the 3 cocodamol get you off your fucking tits. Yeah, that's what he's saying. When he was off his tits, and the snooker hall, where he said I was lying again. He's lying. He didn't know there was footage, so the footage went up. Then he said, Paul Suggett said, put the record straight. He asked you 30 times. You went, oh, what it was? He said, you kept avoiding the question. You wouldn't answer it, and you were off your head that night. And he said to me, Paul, he was off his head. He'd done the show, sweating like a pig. So you were on there, and everyone's put comments up the state, and he's off his head again. So he knew. Then you're in the snow. Then you're in the King's Head. I think he's in South Bank. I can't remember the lad's name now. We just have it now. You're in there doing a documentary, and you sat there and you're picking sleep out your eyes at about 8 o'clock in the morning like that. Bits of sleep, all brown stuff in your eyes, like a tramper t-shirt with about 1,000 wrinkles in it. Look, it's got more wrinkles in it than a fucking Sharpie pub. And you sat there, and that's you doing a documentary. That's the one I pulled out. I wouldn't do. And because I went to court and beat you, you've never left us alone. But it's not just us. It's all the other people you've ripped off. No, you've just messed up here. And do you know what? You put a thing out there saying to a certain friend of mine, I won't go into his name, and you went, I made $3,000. You were a tramp, you're this, you're that, called him all these names, but you went, I made $3,000. You know that $3,000, what you said you've made, that's off your phone, and it's off you. Now, when I went to the Dole with you, me and Bobby in the little Kai car, KIE, I think it is, the orangey, like this colour, orangey red. We took you there because you were under investigation by the fraud squad. You were brought in, and they asked you, how come Shirley, your wife's had £1,000 on the 1st or 2nd of the month for 12 months in a row? You're claiming Dole money. And she's claiming you're claiming family credits. She shouldn't be getting that extra money because that what you're getting, the 1,000 whatever, and then there's another £1,000, which is 12 grand. So, and he said 1 month, where's that £3,000 come from? It, I got off my friends going to interview Tyson Fury. I won't go into the full story because you've heard it. But you've fucked up now because you've put that on the internet. Someone's put it on. So it mentions you made $3,000 off the Lee Duffy book, which is the time that you were pulled in because you were pulled in. You were living in Northallerton. You were living in Northallerton at the time. So you moved from there because it was always on you, and you went to Stokesley and you hid out the way for a bit. But they found your address and they come and put a letter through your door, told you had to come in. So you asked me and Bobby to take you down. It was about 2018, 2019, 2018, could have been 2018, 2019. I think it was 19. And it was about October time, so I think it was. But we went down with you. We went there and they took you in and asked you. So now that what you said to them was lies, they can see that now on the internet. The £3,000 you said, I made $3,000 in 1 month. That's the $3,000 what was off the Lee Duffy book, what you bought your house with. That can all be now put together because Brent Miller sent that to you from his 3 Bellygate, Pontefract, Barclays Bank to Shirley, Stokesley, while she was working at the Citizen Advice Bureau, claiming family credits and claiming, and you were selling books. And selling books, you said, on the paper you put, I made $3,000, and you used the $3,000 to put down as a deposit to get the house, which is Lee Duffy's book. So Lee Duffy from the grave's coming to catch you. Lee's come back and got you again. So all the lies you told, said, I'm letting it up. You've sent that out to someone, and you went, I made $3,000 in 1 month. What have you made? You're a bum, you're this, you're calling the lad all these names. But you're admitting in 2019 you made $3,000, and that's the month when you put the money in the bank. That's the month when they can go to Barclays Bank, and also the door had you in, and there was a fraud squad from Northallerton, but they came. We had to wait. They went to Northallerton. They didn't realise you were at Middlesbrough, so you were at Stokes. We had to wait an hour for them to come through, and I sat there and I was talking to a couple of big lads who were at the door and used to train with me. Thank you very much, Rob. I love you all the world, mate. So you told them custom officers, whatever they're called, fraud squad, that you got that £3,000 to go and interview Tyson Fury. No, you didn't. You got it off Rob Brenton because you sold the books for him. That was your wages. And Shirley was getting £1,000 a month put in instead of it going in your bank, the £1,000 a month, it's for you, for your dole, because you're claiming the dole for you and your Shirley and your son, which is not wrong with that. You were claiming that, but you were also selling books, and Shirley was putting the money in her bank account, so it was covered. So you said, she said, the turn on said, well, why did you put the £1,000 in Shirley's bank account when it goes into your bank? You've switched it over. You've obviously tried to make a smoke screen so we couldn't see it, but we found it because you've been getting £1,000 and she's been getting £1,000. One's been coming off us and one's been coming off somebody else, which was Robert Brenton, Walker Publishing. 7 books you've written that year. 7 books because you're there stood, and I can prove it because it's all over the internet. You're bragging. You're a fucking idiot. Imagine telling everyone what you're doing on the internet and you're claiming dole as well. What a fucking moron you are. You idiot. You're talking about me. Saying, get a job. Get this. I've 9 years I've worked as a care worker. He said, and you're going about being a care worker and you tell stories about when you used to fight. I said, yeah, that was 30 years. Some of the stories are 30 years ago. What's my stories got to do with being a care worker now, the last 9 years? What's that got to do with it? It's like somebody being a footballer. Being a footballer and then being a care worker. And I'm saying, well, telling you stories about being a footballer or being I don't know, fucking football hooligan or something. Changed his life and moved on. He's always trying to put something in that makes me look bad, but it doesn't, because I've told the truth from our stuff. I told the truth when I took drugs. I told the truth I was on them. You told me not to do that, but you have ruined yourself today because you put a post up where you got the £3,000 that month from Brenton, 3 Baileygate, Pontefract, North Yorkshire, sent to Shirley's bank account. Why swear? If she was waiting for the Sitting Advice Bureau, imagine when the Sitting Advice Bureau sees it. Bing, bing, all in the papers, fraudulent couple, steal dole money. I'm looking forward to see that because the name and shame them now. So you were doing that, but you've admitted it because you've sent your texts, all the texts the lad bullying him, calling rapist and nonce and paedophile and all these names, but you put in that one little bit. You went, I made £3,000 this month. That £3,000 can be traced back to Shirley's account, then to Rob Brent's account, and then from Warcry Publishing to Barclays Bank, and then it goes to fucking Amazon. And that's how they could call the paper trail. You're so fucking dumb, the both of you. Instead of keeping your mouth shut, instead of bragging, you've got yourself caught. It's like these fucking daft idiots. They go and do a robbery, post office robbery, or armed robbery that the bands used to do years ago. You could do good money, get like 100 grand, 200 grand out of them, fucking be an idiot. They knew what you were doing. But yeah, that fucking balls to do them jobs because the cops are on in seconds as well. So you don't know security vans. But if, say, for instance, you did an armed security van and you got, like, say, £253,454. So they say there was an amount stolen today. I can't remember the word to use now. I can't remember the word they use to trick you. They use the word like to say considerable. That's it. A considerable amount of money was stolen today in Tesco's security. You could have knocked them over with your trolley, couldn't you, Jimmy, if you were there? Trolley pusher. So you could have knocked them over with your trolley pusher anyway. What they do is say, for instance, they don't put in much about stolen. So then you get his mate go, we've also done that, we've got 256,000, whatever, £250,000. The next minute it goes on the street, his girlfriend, oh, Sheila, Tom did that. John, well, I've got 250,000 and they fall out with them and they have an argument with them and the same with the new car and they start driving around with a 50 grand car or 30 grand car and the cops in the council estate and think, why has he got 50 grand for the car? They pull them in, get them, go to the house, find the book of money in the house and they'll grass every cunt up. You don't tell anyone what you've done. You're a fucking moron. But you've went, I made £3,000 in 1 month as if it was a fortune. £3,000. I've spent that on a night out with Richie Horsey and Mick Sorby and fucking the lads I've had £3,000 in my pocket. You get about £3,000 in your pocket, your big pocket. He tried to say he got on the train and he went to Liverpool and interviewed Ricky Happening, Tyson Fury, Tony Bellew and all them people. And he had £15,000. He had it in his pocket. He said, there's no way you could have 15 grand in your pocket. There isn't. It's like half a carrier bag of money. It's talk shit. So then they said, well, where's the receipt for Warcry Publishing, Warcry Press? So what do you mean? He said, well, if you put £2.5 grand to Tyson Fury and you paid £500 for a hotel, you get a receipt so you could get a refund off that at the end of the year. But we weren't bothered. You weren't bothered. But you give £15,000 out and you're not bothered about getting a refund off it. And that also proves what you've done by getting the receipts, because there was no receipts, there was no Tyson Fury, there was no Ricky Ann, there was no Tony Bellew. It was all in you and Shirley's pockets because you conned the door. That was your little trick. You pretend to be a T-boy. T-boy, that's what you pretend to be. Going to the neuro specialists. Oh, I've been there, mate, a few times. I think I've had about 8. You get brain scan on your head to see everything's okay. It doesn't take long either, by the way, Rob. It said dead quick. Not like the fucking ones on your back. This was a nightmare. I got my back done, right? I got the operation. My fucking neck was killing me. So you had all them vertebrae done, fucking titanium rods and all being put them in there, fucking stitches and everything. So I'm in the thing, I'm aching. I went, oh, can you come in? I went, yeah. So I said, can you lay on the table? What do you mean lay on the table? I mean, it's like fucking concrete, rock hard, them tables for them MRI machines. I laid on the table, I'm like, delete it. You know, when you breathe, even that little, doing that breathing was hurt me. That's how bad the pain was. It was just state me, it was a fucking ridiculous. Anyway, I've got the scars right down my back. He's pretending. He's just pretending. Fucking idiot. So they want me to lay on the table. It's MRI. So I'm laid on. What they do is they come out. You don't go with the metal thingy because it can stick to the machine. So you leave the chair out, the metal chair. So then they get you on a table. But the table's rock hard, like fucking rock hard table, like hard on the floor. So you lay on the table. I'm like fucking getting down slow. It took me about 10 minutes to get laid there. Can you just stay on there? And then I'm laid on the table. Thing. I heard little bits of noise, dum 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 dum, all that shit. And I thought, it's a way. Just think about something else. I'll be at home. And Eli and Scrappy will be playing it. Scrappy will be playing with it. But Eli was done. Eli was here then. Scrappy will be playing with it. But Bobby was watching the telly, just blank it out. And he went, but give it just another 20, 30 minutes more till it warms up. What do you mean warms up? He went, oh, I've just put you in so it warms up. We can't take any pictures yet because I've got to wait for it to warm up for like 30, 40 minutes because nobody's been on it all day. And well, why didn't you let me sit in the chair out there for 40 minutes, let it warm up? My back's fucking killing me. I can't do another 40 minutes on here. So I had to wait 40 fucking minutes. And then I had to wait another 40 minutes to get it done. So I was in there for like 45 and 45, I think it was. Fucking ridiculous. Come out, I was like, like the Tin Man. I couldn't fucking move. Oil. Oh, it was horrible. And then there was 4 or 5 that pulled me up, so I was still heavy. I was still 20 odd stone. It was terrible. That was the worst pain I had laying on that thing, the table. True snorting injury. There's the one on the bottom, the one at the top, the one at the bottom, the one across the back had 36 staples, massive steel staples pulled in, holding my back together. And then he had 6 at the side for the. I'll put them up. You can see it's terrible. Like a drain in it, like a tube in the back. And I got out of bed and I was walking around like a little tiny bit of time. It took me ages to get around there. I pulled it and the thing fell over. And like a fucking like them things you walk with. And you've got a beep when you walk with like one of them a drip. It was like that. And I pulled it and it fell over and she went mad with me the nurse. Fucking nightmare. Fucking blood everywhere. But it was only like when they put the hole in, chiseled it all out, waiting for all the stuff to come up the drainage. It was fucking horrible. Anyway, then they said, well, they're coming in. He called Tom. The other one's called something else. The lady. And I said, look, I think I've got a bulging disc on there. I think I've got in the spinal. I said, no, there's no way. It's impossible. I have 2. It's impossible. I said, look, I'm telling you. So they left it a week. Tom, can I talk to you? He went, yeah. It's only about 25. I went, I've got a bulging disc. And I've got a spinal. So trust me. Because I started naming the stuff in Latin and other stuff. He said, you know your stuff. I said, it's me, the Cockerill Sartology. I hadn't got a clue what you're on about. So I knew he wasn't as clever as me. But his body, I've been doing it since I was fucking 13. I said, it's in the between the Sartology and the Cockerill. I said, it's tweaking. I said, it's going into spasms. And he was like, you're fucking lost. I'm lost. I'm not a clue what you're on about. So I said, look, I need to get something. So anyway, they phoned the ambulance and the black lad come, he was ex-army. I said, I've got a bulging disc. And he went, oh, yeah, you have. I can feel it myself. So the army lad felt straight away. So put me in this fucking chair, put me in there. 7-8 hours sitting outside and fucking in the back of a ambulance. Got out of there, go to the next department, 5 hours in this one and 7 in that. Fucking head was battered. The full 7 7, 8, and 5, I think it was. Fucking terrible. Shocking, obviously, with all the COVID shit and all that being on. Everyone's behind, you know, when they open back up. So, what they said is, we'll have to take you into it. I had this cocky nurse, about 27, she went, oh, actually, no, posh totty she was. I went, not disrespect you, but I said, I do know about the body. She says, I know. She said, I know every muscle in the body. I said, so do I. She said, I can name them all. So I can name them all. I can name them all in Latin if you want. I said, the calcaneus, trapeze major. She went, oh, whoa. I did about 20 things in a row. She was like that. She was like fucking gluteus maximus. I went, she was going like lost, didn't have a fucking clue. She was 27. She went off like, she said, there's no way you've got a spinal stenosis. I'm telling you now, I've got a spinal stenosis. I've got a bulging disc. Come back about 5 hours fucking later. She said, right, we're going to have to put you in, try to wait another fucking 5 hours. And then I finally went in. Because what happened is, there was a helicopter come with 5 kids. And I know you're next, but I said, listen, put the kids in before me. I'm not bothered. Fuck the pain. I'm not bothered. Just give me some painkillers. Put them in anyway. The man there said, Paddy Maloney's been in. He said, isn't that weird? Like the both of you have been on podcasts and that. Yeah, and they've both been robbed of that scumbag, both with me and Paddy. Paddy phoned me in the hospital. He said, I know it's not you, Brian. It's been him. He's robbed me as well. He's robbed every fucker. Scumbag. He's trying to hide down London now. That's why he's trying to sneak down to London. That's going to get stopped. So he's putting up shit again, saying it's not him. How's it not you? It's you screaming in the street. Put your dog down. I'll fight you when I'm behind your back. All that shit. He's doing all that again. Yeah, I'll have to get the name of it. Jamie Doyle, I think, threatened a dog walker. I think Trap might have seen it. He might know where to put it. Find it. Where is it, Trap? Can you put the name up for people to have a look at it? I'm trying to say it's as if it's not him. There's no excuse, is there, when you call people retards and spackers and Mongolians and fucking all these names, people are paedophiles and nonsense and rapists. I always not allowed to go in schools. Well, how come I've got all them papers that made you look a fucking mug, didn't I, the other night? Made you look a fucking fool, didn't I? All the papers from all the cuttings from all the days I went in all the schools and that. Going back in again. I'm going back in the Whitby Street. We're going to go in there and I'm going to speak to them in the rehab in there because they've got people in there on drugs. I'm going to try and get them, say, look, the guy's house on them and do a speech. I don't want nothing off them. I just do it for fucking help people. But he was charging. He wants to charge them all the time. Tin Man. So you can't charge. Just get like 40 quid petrol money or something, and we'll get some fish and chips or something like that. He said, we'll get 200 quid. Look, I said, I said, it's fucking people. I haven't got money, man. It's the greed. It's all him and his wife. It's all fatty. The 2 fatties. That's all about pigs. The 2 fat pigs. 2 lad pigs. Well, Rob Brenton, where's the police? Because I can't fucking wait. Imagine when you see this video, imagine giving this to the junior and say, look at this. I'm going to come round your house in the morning. I'm going to ruin you. 2 little girls, I think he's got, and he's got a wife in the house. And he's threatening to come to his house. Some of the top fighters. Never on your own, is it, you coward? It's always got to have somebody else. Trout Freedom, Rob Hangman. 24. Yup, troll. Yup, you troll. He's horrible. Everyone's on you now. You see, what you've done is, there's an old thing Abraham Lincoln said, you can fool most of the people most of the time. You can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all of the time. But you were fooling a lot of people. Because people, how the fuck could Brian Cockerill get bullied off a divvy like him? But it's a different bullying. It's where you can't do it out back because he's behind the screen and behind the computer. And just forget about him. You can't because he's mentally deranged. We've completely not talked about for full 6 months and he still never stops. We've had people go and say, look, you don't say about them. They'll keep waiting for you. Leave it. 10 minutes later, they've got to my house. I went, it's all sorted. It's not all sorted. I went, it is. I went, look, while you're away, he sent us about 30 messages. I can't believe that, he said. Lad from the church who helped us. He's definitely mentally ill. I mean, your own family wouldn't get you in the house. Come on. Yeah, there's another video up today where he's threatening a dog walker in the street. 150 on, don't forget push like buttons. He's threatening a fucking innocent dog walker just because he wants his money back because the format on the 2 DVDs aren't working properly. So if you went to a shop and if it was scratched or something, the old records, you had to change that, you swap it. So this format's not working because it's been made in Holland cheaply It's not working with the stuff from our country because it's different electric or something, or different whatever. But they just haven't been done right. But instead of me, we were out one day, Pallister Park, and the police come behind us. Woo, 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 woo. Cop, I went, all right, officer. I went, all right, big guy. He said, can you just have a quick look in the back of the house? Because I've just had a report. I knew it was that daft cunt. I said, what is it? I thought he was going to say there's guns in the car or something. He went, just had a report phoned in from the station that you're selling fireworks from the back of the car. I went, do you know what it is? He said, is it him? I went, yeah. And he just started, biggish copper he was, about 45, 50. I went, no. I said, you want a book? He said, no, I can't take one by. I said, but I'll buy it. I said, look, anyway, thanks for your time. Have a nice day. He went, yeah, no problem. You too. He said, I'll just put it down. Crank phone call. I said, yeah, you got the right name, Crank. Fucking Crank, all right. So he tried to get us done for selling fireworks. We're selling books, and you know what? Sad thing was, the books we were selling was to sell for him, to give him and his wife. They needed £500 and give them £600. And they went, oh, we want more money. You wouldn't even want more money. We want £8 a book. Then they went, oh, we want £9 a book. I went, you fuck off. We're only selling for 12 quid. Just greedy cunts. You ain't got a penny, have you? You haven't got a house. You've been repossessed. You do it everywhere you go. You keep doing the same thing over and over again, same repetitive thing. Telling people you see me smashing your house up. 10 minutes later, it wasn't me. Next minute, you were saying it was somebody else I'd done. Then you said I went to the house with a knife or the Paul Suggett. The next day, you went, it wasn't Brian Cockerill, it was somebody else. Oh, it was Terry Dickwell. Then it was Brian and Emma. You just keep changing. You imagine the jury seeing all these things in it. He said it was in there, look. He said it wasn't you in the street, threatening him. All these things can go in front of a judge and they'll go, and what else he's done, he's fucked. I was talking to Barrister David last night. 3 hours he was on the phone from America and he was talking to me till about 5 in the morning. And he was just having a laugh about the old days and stuff, and when he come to see us and stuff like that. And so he was saying, I said, David, I know you obviously he's a top barrister. And I said, I know the lawyer's course, you know the fucking lawyer. He said, he's just like us, you know, good lad. And he said, what's he done now? I said, well, he's gone and said that we're paedophiles, we're dancing in the hills. He's laughing like madly, but you know it's shit. And now I'm dancing. Well, how are you supposed to get up in the hills and dance about just as a Freemason? Fucking crackers. He said, a Freemason? You're a Freemason. No one in the world's going to believe this. Yeah, but what I'm getting at, David, he's putting that out there to people. So that's like, I know exactly what you're going to say now. So you won't get a fair trial, would you? Even if we did, it could be misconstrued. So what would happen is the judge would class it as a mistrial. He said, yeah, you're spot on. They'll get kicked out as a mistrial because someone, say for instance, you're calling a person, he raped my daughter, he raped my son, and that gets to somebody like the jurors in a courtroom, and they hear somebody talking, they tell another juror, they're swayed then. This fucker's a paedophile, he's wrong in this fucker. Or he killed a little girl in the car. He's been done before for drink driving, even though he hasn't. Somebody's put that in your mind, so that then goes around the 12 jurors. A little girl's been killed because of him. So it's called swaying the jury. You're putting the seeds in the head and letting it grow and manifest. So what happens? It's called the mistrial, gets kicked out. So now he's done this. All these things he's called me and said I've done, I haven't been charged for, right? So if I haven't been charged for them, they're obviously untrue. Now what would happen is you go to the courtroom, they would read what happened is I want to get charged. I really want to get charged. Even if it's a little misdemeanor, a tiny little thing. So then the judge can read out my record and everyone can hear. Everything I've done and my life will be read out in the courtroom by the judge, Crown Court judge. They read it out and then it just stops all the trouble for you. And it gets put in the papers what you've done for and what you've been done for in the past. So I wanted to go to court to clear my name in a better way because it'd be better for me. So I really want the cops to charge me and then I'm going to charge the police for not doing the duty. They know for a fact I've done nothing wrong and they've had this fucking shit trailing on now for over 6 months. 6 fucking months for doing nothing. But he can threaten to kill people in the street. So how come there's one law from he never threatened to kill me? He said, I'm coming around your house and I'm going to fucking ruin you. I'm bringing my mate around, Paul. I'm going to do this to you and do that to you. Threaten, put your dog away, 1-to-1, me and you. If you've done that, he's going to put your hand up. I'll fight you when I'm down the back. I'll fight you in the boxing style. Come on, I'll fight you in the boxing style. You fucking coward. But the kid's about that big, about 7, 8 stone. Bullying the little kid. What a fucking coward you are. You're the coward. So the poor kid, he's going, I'm going to get your dog put under. He's saying all that now. But it was about 2 years ago. So when you're telling the judge you're stuffing the judge, judges go fucking mental. You can't have, you don't get bench judges. You don't get them, it's impossible. Very, very, something like in America, you don't get them in England. So the judges are 100% right down the middle, fair, 50-50. And they sit there and they look at it, they do the judge. They're fucking very intelligent people, super intelligent. I've been up a few times with judges got me off, and they're really, really fucking clever how they work. The brains are fucking brilliant, really good. So when they see him calling people retards and stuff, he might have a daughter in a wheelchair. You've got 12 jurors on that jury, right? Men and women. Out of that 12, you'll have someone in there, got a son, a mum, a dad, and that'll sway them up my side. They're going to think, calling him a fucking, under the breath like this, calling him a fucking retard. My little Jonathan's fucking, call him a fucking mom, call him a spacker because he's got dyslexia, call him a retard because he was in a wheelchair. Yeah, well, my fucking children, you're going to jail. I'm going to make sure, this is under his breath, I'm going to make sure you get fucking as much jail as I can fucking give you. Guilty, burn the bastard, burn him. They'll be coming in with fucking crosses and all sorts of the time. Burn them to the cross, not the cross there, with big bonfire, you remember the old days, which find the general would be like, what's happened? The worm has turned. It used to be it's in a book. So it's all one way traffic. All of a sudden they go, wait a minute. He said that, she said that. That's made right. Wait a minute. He's not in the wheelchair. He is there. Wait a minute. He's not. There's his scar right down his neck. He's not. So he's laughing at me there when I'm like that, shaking. I can't walk. He went. Me and my wife pissed ourselves laughing when he couldn't even walk. The big fat fucking mom. The big fat fucking retard can't walk. No, you can't fight, can you? You fucking spacker and all that. He's put on the post. But we knew it was you. But yeah, wanted to fight me when I was bad. But no, you're hiding away from me, you fucking shit house. Who's the coward? My hand slipped. Fucking my handle slipped if I get him. I slipped, Your Honour, it was an accident. I feel Topic Talk will do a live, hopefully tomorrow, hangman, just a bit of help sort homeless stuff going on. But everything's okay, Steve. Good lad, Steve. But yeah, when you come up and say things, somebody's done something. And they just, wait a minute, stop, because them judges are the most powerful people in the country. They're more powerful than the MPs. Them fuckers put you in jail. I'm telling you, they're more powerful than any country. Them high crown judges, fucking super intelligent. They sit there and they're like that, about fucking 5'10". A lot of them are fucking bravery. A lot of them been in the Navy, in the war and stuff like that. Loads of them have been like in the battle and stuff. But they're really, 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 really super intelligent, and they'll see, wait a minute, there's a pattern here emerging. I'm going to bum your dog. 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 I'm going to rape your wife. I'm going to rape your wife. What? This is, so I'm going to get the judge. I'm going to ask the judge to shoot you on it. Well, I'm going to get my barrister to do it. I could do this myself if I went myself, but I wouldn't know. I know that's the word, but you need a barrister then. But I'm going to probably be in there telling them what to do. I do it all the time. I tell the barristers what to do. They go, I said, no, don't do that. We do it this way. And 9 times out of 10, I'm right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, I want a hair follicle test off him. I want to, I'll show you on there. I can show you where he's off his head on drugs. I can show you the MO, burn your house down, rob you, rape your wife, bum your dog, all that stuff, because I've got multiple people with the same MO off him. So that goes in front of the judge and the jury, and they'll look at it and go, because we've got it, Marie Howarth and Emma and that, they've got it all laid out in format. They've got it from when it started, how it started, and how many times it's been happening. 12,000 malicious communications she's got. 12,000. Probably won't use them all, but we're going to show the judge, even though Paladon said to us, even though you're not going to use one, you can still show him to see the repetitive same MO every time. Same, going to bang your house down, going to rape your wife, going to bum your dog. It's the same stuff on every person. He does it with every single person. So, I'm coming around your house, I'm going to mully you with my left jab. All the same stuff over it. It's like having a microchip in there, and it's the same words every time he comes on. It's the same, no matter if it's Tom, Dick, Harry, Johnny, Andy, Elizabeth, Lisa, Jonathan, or whoever it is. I'm coming around your house, I'm going to ruin you. I want to smash your windows. I'll put your fucking, I'm going to burn your house down. It's always them same words over and over again. But we've got the text from his phone to our phone, I'm going to burn your house down. We've got a lad who's going to witness for us. He has to pay me to burn the house down. We've got another lad where he got to phone up and threaten to rape Emma. He's going to go and make statements. We've got all these fucking people making statements now. So I want to go to court. I want to go to court and get this cunt fucking nutted off. I want him put in the nut house sort of way, so he can't do this to anyone else. I don't want him in jail, and I want him put in the nut house. I want him nutted off. He wants to put away in the nut house because he's a nutcase. You can't grass the grass, and you can't grass someone who's calling you a paedophile. You have the fundamental right to stand up for yourself. There's no worse than being called the grass is bad, but a paedophile. 169,000 images I've got. Well, how come the police have got my computers and they haven't found one? If they'd have had anything, David said last night, he said, they'd have had you arrested within a week. They wouldn't have left it this long. They've got nothing. They're just waiting to make you try and slip up. But I'm not going to slip up. I'm just going to keep doing it like I'm doing. Letting him keep giving him a long enough rope. He's fucking hanging himself. 7 page off road, you're looking, stay out of some dodgy situation, mate. Please subscribe, back up channel. Off-road. Hey mate, you alright, son? So the boss of Warcry just shows you they must be shitting themselves because Warcry pubs and bosses come on to them when Brian's getting charged any day. Now the police have told you. The police wouldn't tell you that. You haven't got a clue. They don't go, oh, we've got, but they might say, oh, we found stuff. But they're not going to say, you've said this now about 200 times. Do you know what that's called? It's called Jew, lamb, and distress and fear. That's the charge you can be due. If you're saying to someone, the police have been, and they've told us they're going to lock him up tomorrow, and they don't get locked up, that's Jew, lamb, and distress and fear. You get 3 months for it, 3 to 6 months. It's under Section 1977 Act, and then went the 1997 Act. Jew, lamb, and distress is when you say to someone, I'm coming to your house to get you tomorrow, but you don't come, but you're still giving that intention in your brain. You're still giving that intention to them, so it's giving them Jew, lamb, and distress and fear. You've done that. I think everyone's got 350, 360 different ones you've done, threatening me with different people. They're coming to your house in the morning, they're going to shoot you, they're going to kill you, they're going to beat you up, they're going to take you away, they're going to rape your wife. We've got thousands and thousands of them over 4 years. Emma's unbelievable how good she's at doing this stuff. Really clever. All the guys on here helping us is great as well. Just so nice that all the people can see what he's doing. I mean, we're all from Middlesbrough, most of us on here. But the people who aren't from there have all amalgamated with us as one family. It's just like a great big family now. But to say you call someone a paedophile, I wouldn't do that to my worst enemy. Even him, even if I could try, I would do it if I tell the truth. But I would never do it. Somebody asked me to do it about somebody else about 3 months ago. I won't say his name. He went, can you remember he threatened to rape that woman? I went, no, I can't. I said, I can't say something that I don't know. I said, I can't say it's true, even though I can't stand the lad. I'm not going to say somebody's a paedophile when I don't know, because it's not right. It's not the right thing to do. If it was true, I'd say, yeah, I do. The name is whatever, and I will come out with the story, but I wouldn't make something up, because you're just a horrible person when you do that. Yeah, I feel good. In fact, the pain's a bit sore, but cooled down a bit. Tell you, yeah, I built Dave. 5 o'clock, Dave. I strangle you. He's a good lad. Top barrister, really clever. And his wife's a barrister as well, both barristers. Nice to have people like that. They're miles ahead of solicitors. They're like different level. But like fucking amateur kids on the football field or go to Man United or Liverpool. That's the difference with them. Solicitors are just solicitors. Barristers are fucking just like Crown Court judges. The David's he's fucking clever as he's things he comes out with. Really good. He went, you've got it spot on. If he's saying things like you're getting arrested in the morning, you don't. It's due lamb with distress. You're right, 100%. 3 to 6 months every single. If you do it 10 times, you get 3 months for everyone. You don't get them put together. You get done to them. When you do it in a wheelchair, you call something like a retard. But then if you go that noise, you get double or quadruple. Because I spoke to Paladon. They're the bullying ones. To help people who are getting bullied, and they give you advice. Really nice people. and they were brought out for Parliament, for MPs and stuff. We spoke to the woman, we'd give her some of the stuff. She said, I have never, 4 years I've been doing this job, I've never seen anything like it in my life. She said, it's the worst I've ever come across in my life. It's disgusting. And I've spoken to Helen, our friend who's helping us. She said she's never seen anything like it in her life. Never. Solicitors have said, watch the mud house, never seen anything like it in their lives. He's sitting there playing the victim, and he's threatening to rape people, bum people's dogs, kill people's mums, kill people's dads. And he's obviously done what he's done with the windows and everything else. We know it was him. You can't, he's one of them. Like, I did that, I paid him. And within 20, 30 minutes, Chris Curry found out who it was. He's on the phone. They're in Billingham. Poof, they got hold of, somebody got hold of them. But the one who stole the bike, he lived in Middlesbrough. So the lad who was in Middlesbrough, they went on poach. He's 66-year-old fucking cherry, fucking size of him now. Old man. In the house on his own, they went and put his fucking window through in West Lane with a big paving stone and went, Cockerill's your Cockerill's bum boy, or you take up the arse off Cockerill, something like that he put. So that's how I knew it was him, and I could tell it was Shirley's writing, because I know her writing, because she writes the books. I knew it was there, the way she writes. So it was the same MO again, same bullshit. But then they said they'll come round anyway. The lad whose bike it was found out who done it, went around, punched him right in the fucking face, dragged him out of the house, and kicked him all, leathered him all over the fucking street, booted him all over this lad. Right, really give him a good eye. And then he went, it was tinfoil made, so he paid us £500 to smash the window, £500 for the window, £500 for the firebomb, and £750 for the petrol bomb. That's what it cost him. And then he had to fuck off because he owed them money as well now. They were after him as well. He only paid them, say, £1,000. And he said he paid the other money, he never paid it. He did a runner. Oh, he's a fucking snake. So even the ones he got to do the windows and petrol bomb my house and everything, he owes them money. We even got the lad's fucking phone, texting the message to each other. He done it. Well, why did he do it? He said, we got paid off Jamie Tinfoil. He paid us to do it at Cockerill's house. It's all there. We've got the whole lot. You'll be all right, Steve, mate. Everything will be all right, brother. So you have to worry, Steve. If you didn't worry, you wouldn't be a normal human being, mate. He was with my left jab. Yeah, if he's watched it, I don't know if you've seen it. He's fucking pathetic. He's like that. He's got it behind his ear there. How are you going to throw a punch from there? What's all that about? I'll fight you when I'm on my back. You do that, wouldn't you? Back. He's like that. He's going to say the same thing. Same shit. He said, we should do it with Dale. I'll fight you when I'm behind my back. Same thing with him. Bet in your house down. Rape your dad. Rape your mum. Kill your dog. Same things with Carol Edwards. Every time it's the same shit. I'll cut you up. I'll stab you up. What are you going to do? Stab me. And he's waiting for the lad to say, yeah, I'll stab you. And then he records it. Takes it to the police, splices it, gives it to the police, gets him locked up. He thinks he's clever because the cop said to me, what he's been doing, he's been giving us stuff. And he's been saying something to you, and you've answered back. But he's cut that bit off what he said to you so much. He said, I might look stupid, I'm not that big. So I thought, as long as you do your fair cop, I'm okay. I said, that's okay. He said, but I'll tell you now, it stinks to high heaven, this. He said, how the hell is he working with two ranking police officers? It stinks to high heaven, she said, because they're not allowed to divulge on the Official Secrecy Act. They're ex-officers and no information on murders, attempted murders, kidnapping, robbers and all that. They're not allowed to divulge that when you sign the Secrecy Act. It's like people as a doctor, or a nurse, a lawyer, a judge, a school teacher, a fucking midwife, whatever. You're not allowed to divulge information from work. They've given the story about Lee Duffy, and he's made loads of lies up. So whatever he's told that copper, he'll have embellished it. He might have said 1, 2, 3, and he's what 1, 2, 600, 500, 9,000. He'll have put fucking loads more words in than what he said. So why didn't that copper? I'd say, if I was looking for somebody, I'd say something like, say, off-road, do us a favour. You remember that pub we were in, such and such? See if that lad still got it, blah, blah, blah. And you go, 2 minutes, right, 4 minutes, no, it's not there, whatever. I'd phone somebody, I would phone somebody in article. I'd know that way, Mick, so I would say, Mick, Do you know that called Tommy Smith over there? He's fucking slavering over something. He's pinched the bike or whatever. Leave it with me for our vulture. I've got him, brilliant. Okay, I'll be over, give him a couple £100, whatever, and get the bike back and give it to someone. So that's what he's like. So he's giving them information, the cops. Well, he's getting paid off, and I don't know what he's getting, but he said, I want to know. I'm going to ask the police, have to give it anyway. There's a special name for it. David was on about last night. He said, you can ask for this special thing. It's called, it's like code to practice. When they came in with the firearms, the last time they cleaned them, the last time they fired them themselves, if they haven't fired them in a period of say over 2 years, it's against the law for them to come out with firearm. So all these codes of practice, he said, and if you get them on 1 or 2, you've got them in about 20 now already. The 999 not coming, the other 999 not coming, the other 999 not coming. There's 3 straight away. The firearm ones, the ones where they're coming out and arrested you and put handcuffs on you while you're in a wheelchair, paralysed, and take you out down the stairs full of medication, put you in the back of a van, making you walk a plank. So that's the worst I've ever heard. He said, I've never heard anything as bad as that. And it's there on camera. We've got them on camera. How you take the piss? How we get in the van? Come on. And then they're going up them bumps and I'm banging my head on my fucking back's all knackered. And then I said, can I go to the toilet, officer? I need to pee. He went, no, you have to wait 2.5 hours waiting for a pee. And when he took me in, he stood watching me. I said, I can't pee when you're watching me. I'm fucking nearly 60 years old. So you can't have a wee then. So I couldn't have a pee. 3 hours. Fucking terrible. And then I can have my meds. Oh, you can't have it. It's too late. The nurse has gone on. No meds for 16 hours. I've got them on all sorts, David, that you've got them massive. So this is why they're holding on, trying to do anything. Is what they do, they'll charge you or something. And if they say to me, oh, we'll let you off if you just say, I'll give you a caution, go fuck off. I don't want a caution. I want a trial with a judge and jury. I want a judge and jury from like Doncaster or Hull or something, a decent police force, independent police officers to evaluate it. And I want an independent police station because they all hate me, the cops around here, because I run the town and they never got me for fuck all. So these cops that are after me, I've got that hatred in me. So I'm going to get an independent police force to get involved. And I want them checking out because they were so corrupt in the past. They're still corrupt now. But look at how corrupt they are now. They're letting him. I mean, he's not just got one. He's got another one who worked in the drug squad. Detective Sergeant in the drug squad. Regional crime squad. How the fuck's he in with these type of people? She said, he can't be. There's no way. She said, I said, I'm telling you. I said, we'll go and try and get his record from North Yorkshire Police to Middlesbrough. And I'll tell you what's going to happen to her. You'll go for that record. Let's take it out. Jamie such and such record, send it over because it comes on the computer, doesn't it? And they'll turn around and say to you, for some strange reason, we can't send the format through 3. We can't send the format from Stokesley, North Yorkshire to Middlesbrough. We can't send it through. She came in, she shot the thing down, the piece of paper. She went, that's when she said, this stinks to high. No, this stinks, she said. And so Beth, I think you called her. Beth or Sophie? I'm not Sophie or Beth. She turned around and said, no, it stinks to high heaven. This is the corruption at the highest level, she said. And Watson Woodhouse know all about this because they went into Watson Woodhouse years ago and started to blame them of something they didn't do. And they ended up having to pay £600,000 fucking pound to them. Corrupt, again, police. So, yeah, they can't stop. They're fucking horrible. And they're deemed as the worst police force in history for the last 30, 40 years. If you put it up, Tim Devlin said that all the were police officers were giving drugs to addicts for confessions of crimes that they never committed so they could bring down the crime rate. And that's how Ray Mallon got to the top. It was all corruption, everything. That's why they all got kicked out. There's loads of them being kicked out for corruption. So she said, Susan Raven, Asian lady, Home Secretary, said, what we need to do in this country, the first thing we need to do, when she first got the job, she said, the first thing we very need to do is stop the corruption from the police stations, start at the police station and wipe out the corruption. And I'm going to be writing to her soon to say, look, you said this. I'm going to quote her article. I'll get David to do it with the barrister and write to the Home Secretary and say what was going on with me. How can this happen? And when she sees this, she's going to think, what the fuck's going on? We already spoke to 2 MPs. We talked to the mayor, from one place to another, mayor. We talked to the 2 councillors from up here, and the councillors were told by the police, don't give them any more information. Don't tell them I've told you that, but don't give them any more. But the woman told you that, I'm telling you now. So the councillor come on and said to them, they've told us not to give you any more information, but I'm not doing that, and I'll give you as much as I can. She said, there's no way they can stop us giving you information. Your lives are in danger. So that's how corrupt they are. They said to them, don't give them any more information. So what, hundreds of people have been phoning up. She went, can you tell Brian to stop getting people to phone up? We're getting hundreds and hundreds of phone calls a day because the corruption in the middle of the place. Fucking destroying them at us, so they hate me. But if you were a police officer, you put your hand up, you take an oath to protect and serve. Right? You're not doing that. You're doing a job. You're looking after a weasel. You're letting the weasel do things, and the weasel's giving you information, and you're letting him get away with it because he's giving you something, putting people in jail and getting them in trouble. But the thing is, he can't give you any more now. So you need to cut ties from him and move on, because he's got nothing. He's got nothing else to give you. Because I put everyone, and I have the right to give people awareness. If somebody's a paedophile, I can give people awareness. If somebody's a wrong one who's grassing people up, I can give people awareness of what they are. But if I'm making things up and it's not true, then I can get myself in trouble, because it's perjury and preventing the cause of justice. And that's what he's done all the way through. When he's made these statements against me, saying I'm nonsense, I'm this and that and all this stuff, it's all lies. When the jury read them and the judge reads them, I'm a barrister, they could read them brilliant. They fucking pull the best bits out. Like we would read like A, B, C, D, E. They put it all into fucking where it's make it look really bad for them. So when they read that, they're going to think, what the fuck's going on here? How is he working with the police? He's a drug addict. He's an alcoholic, heroin addict. He's a crackhead, Subutex, diazepam, paracetamol. Paracetamol, that's what he said. The paracetamol he had, the 3 paracetamol that he had when he did the show on the one where he's on the stage off his head. He's talking shit. My name's Jamie White. When he's on the stage, and he said to Paul Sugar, because he put a one on call, let's put the record straight. So Jamie said, yeah, I'll be good for that. So when he was asking him questions, I seen you, Jamie, the other week in the video in Scotland, you were off your tits. You were clearly off your. No, what it was, Paul? He said, I have a bit of anxiety. I get paracetamol, fucking headache tablets to bring your pressure down, blood pressure down. I took 3 instead of taking 2. I took 3 paracetamol. I took 3 Cockerill. And he said, and that's why I was off my head, because the counter-reacted with the alcohol I've already had. So I thought, well, why would normal people go out and pay £200 a gram for coke, right? When you can go and crush 3 paracetamol up and get a fucking like that, and a couple of drinks and get like that, and it'll cost you about fucking 38 pence for fucking 30 tablets of Cockerill. So now Cockerill is better than cocaine, and fucking paracetamol are better, stronger than cocaine. So all the shops now are getting robbed and everything. So they're all going, Jamie said, if you get off your head, so what if you had tonight? Have a 2 paracetamol, 2 Cockerill, and 3 shots of whiskey. I'm off my fucking head. Paracetamol get you off your head, he said. They counter-reacted to they counter-reacted his medication. Paracetamol just to bring your temperature down. You've got a flu or a cold. Fucking shit you talk, you do. Well, you get an expert, you get an expert in, you get him a hair follicle test, because they go back 3 years. And when that comes out, all the heroin and all the coke and all the shit is in it, and his trial kicked out, because he's not deemed to be a credible witness, because everything he's telling you is misconstrued because of the alcohol intake and the heroin and the cocaine. And what they can do is they can tell you up to the last couple of weeks when you've had it. You can go back to, like, my sister did go back 3 years, and they can see you've had it within like a week or 2 days and things like that. The technology is unbelievable. So they take the hair strand, the nails can go up 6 months. I think the hair's 2.5 to 3 years. So when he did them videos, they were only like a year ago. So if this goes to court in the next 6 months or so, he's fucked, because I can have him tested up to the next 3. It'll go back 3 years. It'll prove what's been in the system. So he's knackered to go to court, because when he gets done there, it's called non-compos mentis. That means you're not right in the mind at the moment, because when you take drugs, they're called mind-altering drugs. They alter your mind. So if you're drinking alcohol, that's a drug. It's a mind-altering drug. If you say, well, I've had two pints, you're okay. If you say, if I had 8 pints or 6 or 4, you're over the limit. So therefore, you're not a credible witness. You're kicked out. So his statement would be kicked out, and it would be discontinued. The court case, there'd be no court case. And where he's called me a spack and a retard and a mong and all that, they'd say, look, the state you again there. He'll be kicked out. And then there's the one on the stage where he's off his head. We've got loads of them. We've got loads and loads of where he's threatened people to burn people's houses. We've got ones where he's threatened to send people. We've got Simon Ambler as a full witness to go to court. He said to him, threaten him out, offer him out for a fight. He said, I don't know his address. He said, this is his address. So he sends it off his computer to him, to his phone, Simon's phone, and then he thinks conking out his computer. So he goes on his phone, it's got Tommy Harrison, Joe Livo, me, Terry Dibble, it's got about 6 names in from Middlesbrough. So you know it's Jamie, you've got Jamie's face at the top. He said, oh, here's his number, this is his address, this is his where he is, the lines and all that shit. He said, offer him out for a fight, be deadly serious, he'll be shitting himself. I've just got 2 lads to phone him up. We've got the full fucking thing. The lad's still will not go to court. So he said, I've got the proof. So the next minute, Simon came on and he said, look, it was me who done that. And if you want to go to the police and get me done, it's up to you. I said, no, thank you for coming forward. We forgive you as Christians. Just move on. But we're happy because he was coming up to going, pretending to be a Pakistani taxi driver, saying, where's the Irma? I've been waiting for her all night, pretending she was having an affair with someone. And I'm like fucking bad on medication. Like in my head's like, don't know if I'm coming and going with him. He's going, oh, I think it's her. I think she's messed about and all. He was putting all the seeds in my head. That bastard, it was him. It was doing it all the time. And his wife, his horrible, horrible wife, we're doing it, both of them. Said, get away from her. We'll look after you. You don't need to be with her. She's not for you and all that stuff. Fucking horrible. And then I'm believing everything. The lovely people. And I'm thinking, oh, thanks for the help and thanks for the chat and all that. And they're like, laughing behind me back, fucking scumbags. And then they put another one called it's Lenny the Length. As your last time, I know, it's just getting fucking joke this time. And I'm arguing with Emma through them. Poor Emma's getting in the neck off me because I'm fucking my head's fried. I might fucking like frying on the thing. I've just got married and she's messed about, and the head's gone. And he's fucking, they're loving it, saying, yeah, get rid of her, you don't need her, all that. Because you know what? The reason why is because Emma sussed them out before me. She's very good at working people out. Because she sussed them, she was onto them. They didn't want her about this. This is the kicker. Little Terry Dicko went, they don't like Emma, That's what you mean, he said, well, they went, don't like her. He said something about her, I don't like her. And he said, well, I think she's good for him. He said, since he's been there, he has no drugs or nothing. He's got himself back on his feet. He's looking fucking brilliant. He's doing gigs, he's helping kids, he's doing brilliant. He said, no drugs fucking ages. And he's doing really good for himself. I think she's good. He said, well, I don't like her. I think she's this and I think she's that. And then Terry told me and Emma, he doesn't like you being with him. And then it all made sense. It was him. It was him putting the fucking getting the lads. So the lads found out because he said to the lad, well, it is Simon. He said, it's just a joke. He said, Brian knows, I know. And he said, Brian knows and I know, and it's just a joke. Emma doesn't know. So he did it. And then he sat there and he had me coming on and getting upset. He's fucking cunts phoned me up, threatening saying and seeing my wife and all that. So Simon seen it and he's come on, he was upset. He went, Brian, my name's Simon Ambler. He said, I'm from Wakefield, where he said, I'm the one who's been sending the messages. He said, Jamie told me to do it as a joke. It's a joke between you, him and me. He said, but when he said, showed me the message, I've got the whole computer, I've got the whole thing on computer, I've got the whole lot of him, You're not allowed to give people stuff. I'll tell people. And I asked David, he said, well, that there's construes to send somebody to your house to beat you up as attempted, what's it called? He said it's, can't remember what it called, not for that, conspiring to have you beaten up, beaten up in your house and conspiring to have your house set alight. So he said, what? I said, what did he mean when he said, I got 2 other lads? He said, well, what he done? He said, he phoned me up. He said, he never texted me. He phoned me. He said, what did you mean when you said, they'll be shitting themselves? He said, well, I got 2 lads up, one to phone them yesterday and one phone them today. He said, what did you say to them? He said, well, I got them to say, we're going to burn your house down. He's laughing like that on the phone. And he went, oh, Jamie, he said, that's it, no more. He said, that's it. People's lives are at risk. He said, things like that. I said, no. He said, I wasn't going to do it. I'm just like trying to put the shits up them. But he's still saying it because he knew Emma was scared of fires, obviously, because she was in a fire as a kid. And that's when he was doing it all the time because she knew she was in a fire and she got raped by 2 lads. So he found out where the 2 lads lived in Gisborough, got the Facebook page, took the pictures of them, and then sent it to Emma. And she started screaming, what's the matter? And she was screaming, she was shaking like that, petrified. And then she had a mental breakdown. She had to go to the doctor, get tablets off the doctor. She was in the house nearly 6 months, couldn't go out. She was completely fucking gone. She's like that, just sat there like that all day long. Oh, I said, come back, I love you and all that. Makes me upset. It does. She sat on the fucking thing, fucking like that, just completely gone. Wasn't Emma, no smiles and out, no nothing. I couldn't get around for ages. Dirty bastard. And the ones who tried to rape her, they come to finish it off while I was in hospital. Tina Shaw told me, he said, the ones who tried to rape you before in Gisborough, they're coming back and they're going to finish off what they started. And she was like, go back. Tina stayed with her, Carol and that, and that's why I love Carol and that. Yeah, it's fucking heartbreaking, you know, what she's gone through with this scumbag, horrible, dirty bastard. Honest what he's done to her. I'm going to bum your dog, I'm going to kill. And then he's saying she's petrified because she loves that dog, like it's a baby. And he went there, how's your dog? He said, we give him some lovely sausages the other night, with lovely stuff in them. So he was being sick. We thought he'd get like like, you know, like them black slugs. I think he might have had a slug. So anyway, we went to the vet and it's not a slug, he's been poisoned. And then he put on, we never told no one. And he come on, did you like this? Did you like the lovely sausages with the lovely ingredients? So we shot over the side of your fence where your gate's on at the side, and we shot them over the top where the dog eats his food. And we knew it was him, the dirty bastard, poisoned a little baby bear bull terrier. He was only about 6 months ago. That's how evil he is. We're going to poison him again, and that's when I started losing it, screaming on you fucking scumbag. And that's what my defence is. Brought to the fucking Brit and brought to the fucking like insanity with him. I'm going to rape your wife. And while you're in hospital, daft old cunt, he said, you won't be able to do nothing because you'll be in your wheelchair, paralysed, and I'm going to send the video of us raping her while we're doing it live. That's what he said to us. Everyone's got all the stuff. We've got the fucking lot. Got every single thing. And them scumbag Cleveland Place won't do fuck all. I'm getting fucking 6 months for this. I'm sat here every fucking day. I can't even go out. Crippled on my side. Getting tortured day and night off him. And he's threatening to kill people on the street. I'm going to fucking kill you. And I'm getting done for fucking saying, if you come to my house and cause trouble, I'll fight fire with fire. And I'll give you the worst violence you've ever fucking had, even if I have to kill you on the doorstep. Yeah, I did say that. What would you do, love? I said it was your little dog, because she loved dogs. Well, I tell you what, she said, I would stand up for my dog as well. I don't blame you. And the other copper said the same. She said, well, any man would stand up for them. So David said it's called the means test. The means test means what would you do, jury members, or you members of the public, what would you do if somebody said, I'm going to rape your wife, I'm going to burn your house down, I'm going to kill your dog, and I'm going to bum your brother, kill your brother? What would you do? Would you just sit there, let them do it, or would you fucking stand up and try and fight back for your family? Of course you'd stand up. Every one of you would. Because I've used that there. I've used what the old British, we have the right, like old Winston Churchill, we'll fight them on the beaches, we shall fight them in the streets, we shall fight them in the landing strips, we shall fight them in the fucking playing fields, we shall fight them on the landing fields, and we shall never give in. That's what we're doing. It's doing like old Winston Churchill. You're not getting in my house in English Prince Holmes's castle. You have the right to defend your fucking house and your family. I've been fucking arrested by 17 fucking police officers come to the house, all in, because it wasn't just them there. There was all the ones at the top, all the bottom. They always come the full squad for me. And then they're handcuffing me and put me in the back of a fucking van and no medication. And I've been on this thing now for over six and a half months. Bail conditions have been dropped. But how are they going to charge me? Charge me for what? For saying them words? When I was petrified for my life safety and my own safety, my little dog. Already been poisoned once, and he's putting in Gary Smasher. Gary Smasher's going to give you more sausages for your dog. Every night we have to fucking go around the house, go outside, check the floor for food and everything. It's fucking terrible. It's terrible. Terrible having to live like, but I'm not fucking backing down. That's fucking weasel. Because that's all he is. Thank you, Paul C. John Lusher. Yeah, I just got upset there, because I could see her and gone. She was gone. Oh, she was gone. It was like, so you see a film and a completely catatonic. Emma, she couldn't talk. She was just like that. Just like a zombie. Proper zombie. She got them pictures of the lad who got her in red can, tried to rape her in the bedroom, and they just all brought her back. She said there's flashes. She was going, the monster. She was waking up screaming in the night. The monsters are getting me in a box. They're going to put me in a box. it's me, it's Brian, look. Fucking, I had to go through all that fucking stuff through this cunt. And he's sitting laughing when Emma was here. They threw a stone, just missed her. And she's like, shaking, panicking like that. And he's going, I laughed my fucking head off when his wife was shaking like a shithouse dog. You fucking dirty bastard. And you're whinging about people putting videos on what you're calling people. And you're on about your fucking daft son, your daft fucking wife, and no one's ever went near them. You talk shit, you do. You fucking vile. I'd love you to take that challenge up and get in that ring with me. Get in that fucking garage with me for 5 fucking minutes and see how long you last. You fucking coward. You're the coward. The only coward I know is you. Emma would do you in a fight. She'd knock you fucking clean out. You're a coward. If I want to fight a little kid about 8 stone like that big, that's what, then you threaten him with Paul Bennis. But he said nothing, Paul. You're just horrible. If you would like to supper, quick slippery. Support. I thought I said supper there. Supper, my fucking side's killing me. We're going to do a book on trolls. We're going to do the truck. Yeah, I love the voice. Yeah, he's evil. I mean, laughing at a woman. When you imagine any of us men seeing a woman petrified, shaking like a leaf and crying and fucking, right, completely having a mental breakdown. You just come here, what's the matter? And you just break your heart. But to see your own wife doing it in your own house, there's fucking rockets coming through, fucking smoke bombs and all sorts. I'm going, is that all you've got? Is that all you fucking got? I'm screaming at them. It doesn't bother me, honest. Bullets can whiz past my fucking ears. I mean, I've had it all before. It doesn't bother me in any way, shape, or form, but obviously he's a woman. Fucking horrible, isn't he? That voice goes through you. Racing lady's a lovely lady. So she was onto him. So he started getting like this lad. I'm just going to take a tablet. I feel sick. And he said, what it is, Terry said, he's onto Emma, being onto him. And she went, oh, you better off, we'll look after you. Because they knew I couldn't spell properly. And they knew I knew fuck all about computers. And one thing I do know, I'm a genius when it comes to working people out. And I'm a genius when it comes to fucking money. And I'm a genius when it comes to knowing people up to something. I can see right through the cunts and use up the things. I told him I won the lottery, 250 grand. Telephoned about 3 minutes later. He went, oh, have you just won 250 grand? I went, no. He said, I know what you've done. I said, I just give him something. Like when you're a gangster in that world, somebody comes in your doorway, you give them a little few testers. So you tell them a few things that are untrue to see if they come back. And only you and that person knows. If it comes back, you know he can't be trusted. So I give him 3 testers, and all 3 testers he failed in about 20 minutes, they'll all come back. Sick. Cheers, brother. Cheers, the gypsy lads, great lads there. Yeah, the great lads. Yeah, they're fucking scummy. One got shot accidentally when he came out of the club in Gisborne. He got shot by a shotgun jam. He jumped out of the bushes and shot him in the fucking kneecap. Blew half his fucking leg off. Half his leg's gone now. Thanks, son. Anyway, that's a lovely text for it. Yeah, the scum, it's coming round anyway, guys. All the travellers, I love all the travelling lads because I knew them all when I was a kid. I lived in the lane. I used to go scrapping and tatting, you call it. Used to go on the horses and all that years ago with them all. I've never had a problem with gypsies. They've always been friends. All the top ones like Lewis Walsh, all them, and all the Tysey ones and Harrison ones. I know them all from all over. And they're all friends of mine, Dougie and all them talk to us all the time. People like that. Some gypsies don't get with other ones, but I got on with them all because I treat everyone the same. I treat people how they treat me. If they're nice to me, I treat them nice. But some people are just fucking horrible in this world like them. But I could never do what he's done. What he's done to us, I couldn't do to him. I couldn't do it with his wife and family. And I could make a phone call and be taken away in 2 seconds. So the whole house we wiped out. I've had that offer off fucking about 30 different people from all over the country. And I've said no to people, top lads who do it for a living, in and out in seconds, ex-army lads and stuff. And then I find you in seconds with their computers, the fucking geniuses. I went, no, because God, what's happening here? God said to me, everything's coming good for you. Everyone's coming around your side because you tell them the truth. The truth will set you free, Brian. But at the end of the day, you've got to hold on, keep fighting it. Don't do any violence around, because then you're going to be just as bad as them. So you just keep doing what you're doing your videos, telling the truth, putting the truth up, because the truth always comes out in the wash. And when you tell the truth, one of the travellers said to me, when you tell the truth, he said, you always shine. When you're lying, people can see through you. I like that saying. It was a nice saying. I was having cheese sandwiches dipped in chicken soup. I like it was I like it with salt. I don't like pepper in it, but I like salt. Cheese sandwich dipped in chicken soup. Yeah, I tell you what, you're bad as a kid, aren't you? And your mum gets that old soup, that chicken, you're fucking 20 minutes later, you're back to normal. There's something about chicken soup makes you get rid of a flu. I don't know if it's psychological, but every fucking time I get it. But it's got to be the Heinz one, them horrible ones you get in shitty packets of shit. It's got to be the Heinz one, the dear one. And you put it in there. You've got to watch it all. It fucking burns the lips off you. It's too hot. And you have it, don't you? And then you wake up and go, I feel better. So what the good thing is if you're bad, really good. Really, really good. You won't believe this. Putting Vicks on the bottom of your feet. Put your socks on. The Vicks, the heat, keeps the heat in your feet. And every time your blood, what happens? Your blood goes from the top to the bottom. So you're getting the Vicks going around. So it's going in your system, all the way around your system, up and down. So the heat's coming through and then the vapours are coming through. Put something there like that. A bit under your nose. And put it on the soles of your feet and put your socks on. I can't put my socks on to any problem because when I'm in bed, my feet feel funny. But yeah, really, really good. It's and an old nurse told me a few years ago when I was a kid, to put it on your feet. She said it'll clear your chest because it's going right around in your bloodstream. Nice people on here tonight. Trevor Biddle, Birmingham. Why can't people just say it like it's fake? It's like it's fake. Yeah, just fucking pathetic, mate. Simon Mush. Virgin to you, Simon. Trevor, yeah, it's on. Lovely lad, Trevor. Good kid. Proper saying, all right, Mush. I know the sayings, all the travelling saying. No, then Chaw. It's the other one. No, then Chaw, Hartlepool. No, then Mush. Yeah, the old traveller sayings. We used to be down the bottom of the street in there, and they used to have the fucking horses in the houses. It was called Little India. And the fucking horses got looked after better than the wives. They fucking did. We used to have the horses because it was fucking freezing in the winter sometimes, especially in the 70s. It was colder then than it is now. I don't know why. Probably got fucking ozone layers, all fucking holes in it, isn't it? So they used to have the horses. Mum, I've just seen a horse looking out the window. She said, get away. I'm talking garbage. So on the way back from Seaton Cruise, she looked. Fuck's sake, it's on your right. We've just been on there. I'm proper Scottish. And just seen 2 horses looking out the window down Seaton Lane. We don't have it now, it's gone. It's right near the bridge where Seaton Crew is, when you got Seaton Crew where the train station is. Balti pies. A chicken and butter. I'm not really into them. I used to like them. I used to like them. Them pork pies, what they call them, really good ones. They're expensive, they're fucking beautiful. Pork pies and the jellies in them. Off-road here. Hi, it's Sicky Dicky on here. Don't fucking know, you should better not be on. He's another fucking grass who wanted to fight me. So I offered him out. I said, alright then, you daft cunt, I'll come fight you wherever you. Where do you want to meet me? He's going, oh, what it is? He said, I said, straight there, on the tarmac. No, nobody there, just me and you. It's at the police. My phone and Dave, Cockerill. I'm phoning, can I phone you back? He said, I'll phone you in a bit. He said, she's phoned the police on me to fucking grass me up because I was fit then. It was before, about 2 or 3 months before my injuries. I was about 22, 23 stone. Where I fucking destroyed him in seconds. You know, your hands are really fast. I said, I know the fucking are. They are when they fucking hit you. You want me to walk him in the ring? I was going to do it. He's another one who's a con man like him. I felt sorry. He was crying and everything. I said, you're right, son. I'm suicidal. He said, no, I was talking for ages. And I got phone calls off lads I was in jail with. That went, said, he's a wrong one. He's just like, you know, like, oh, yeah, I can't help you. Unless you can prove to me that you're not what they're saying, I can't work with you. And I walked away. Totting, yeah. Tatting. Neil Ben, yeah, I always say that. I used to say that. And 2 things in my life I've got: my word and my balls, and I don't break them for no man. What film am I talking about? Come on, you big tough guys. Oh, what film am I talking about? I've got 2 things: my balls and my word, and I don't break them for no one. Come on. There's no fucking film buffs on here tonight. Who's going to get it first? They're all writing it down to see if they can find it. And not Carlito, is it? I think it's the other one, isn't it? Not Carlito. I think it's is it Carlito? No, it's not. It's is it Carlito? I'm not sure if it's Carlito now. Scarface, isn't it? Scarface, yeah. Scarface. When he's in the helicopter, that fucking horrible cunt, and they hang him. He said, you want to go up there? He said, listen, make a move. I have 2 things in my life: my balls and my name, and I don't break them for no one. Good, that's Carlito's good, like it. It's really good. Fucking the rat. See the rat, let him up. And then he fucking kills him, shoots him at the train station. Good film. Mush, that's a proper article saying Mush. Chava. See that big Chava? Get up there, Mush. Get up, Chava. Get up, Chaw. Chaw's another one. Get up, Chaw. Shut up. What's the way he says? Yes, you slaver. Article saying that. Yeah, don't fucking slaver. Slaver means being cheeky. That's you slaver and you can't talk slaver. That's your fucking slaver. You'll get a bat in a minute. Yeah, Travellers talk. I also got the Travellers. There's quite a few things with them. Fucking good lads to work with. Fucking, you've got the right lads with you, them Travellers, the fucking Kushti. There's another one, Kushti. Get up, Kushti Chava. Kushti Chava Pops. Get up, Kushti Chava Pops. Pops clever at all times, right? You're so right. Always, mate. Always keep your eyes on the opponent. Never let the cunt. I only got beat one fight because I let him up. I like a daft cunt. I felt sorry for him. I let him up. Couldn't caught me with a fucking beauty shot. I was fucked. Got me beat. Went back 10 minutes later. I fucking destroyed him. Bit his ear off. Bit half his other ear off. Broke his fucking jaw. Smashed his ribs in. He was like, can I get out? No, not this fucking time. I just went, boom, 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 boom. He fucking pulverized him. Never do that. Never let them up. Fuck that until they're completely battered to a pulp. Don't let them up because then it could come back at you. The one fucking thing I've never ever done again. That. Twat this stuff like pepper spray. If you smudge it on your eye. Right, guys, I'm going to shout everyone, guys and girls. Thank you for tonight. It's been great. Tony Montana. That's him, Tony Montana. Okay. Me, my little friend. Okay, you want to fucking with me? Me, my little friend. Fucking class, innit? I take your fucking bullets. Told you I was a good actor, didn't I? Told you I was in 2 films. Lord Henry, I fucking hell. John Lee Clark. Look at all. Everyone jump out the skin there. I started shouting. Sean's laughing like mad. I can hear him. Even though I can't see it, I can see his eyes, but he's laughing. Okay. You want to fuck it with me? The worst bit though is that there's a fucking kilo of coke like that, and 10 minutes later there's about 2 ounces. But well, he hasn't started all that in fucking 10 minutes. Good film though. Just shows you that. That's what I'm saying. But when I was in that game, making fucking tons of money, you start taking more and more and more, and you get the more you take, the more paranoid you get, and the more paranoid you get, you start distrusting people. You get to want to doing that, and you start, and it's fucking horrible. It's not a good thing. And most people get killed or shot to death on it. So you better get in a trade, getting a good job, like off-roader. He's fucking clever as fucking, like, he knows, he's really clever. He's got fucking more trades than a fucking lot, more trades than any cunt I know. But good lad as well. Game as fuck. Can't tell you the stories because I'll probably get him 658, yeah. Cattle fucking killed me. So now he's laughing. Right, guys, I love you all, and I'll speak to you soon. Car bonnet. Bring him on like a car bonnet. Yeah, he was going to, wasn't that one he was going to blow him up as well? On it like a car bonnet. I like that. On it like a car bonnet. That's a good one, Neil. If you're not fast, you're last. That's another good one. Goodfellas was decent. Yeah, Goodfellas was class. Fucking class. He says, well, the lad in that, like Speedy, Sean knows Speedy, knew him really well. Speedy used to always carry a knife and a 9mm, sometimes a 36 police special. He was a fucking knife. He was a great lad. I said, somebody said, Brian, there's a lad on about shooting Brian. He'd get out the door the next day and say, oh, Tommy, he's been shot. Why, what's happening? Oh, he's bragging on the pub last night, he's going to shoot you. Speedy shot him. Didn't give a fuck. Didn't give a fuck. He was only little, see. So, like him on that film, he'd just been on Goodfellas. It wasn't Goodfellas, it was the other one, was it? Was it Goodfellas? Or was it the other one, Heat? No, not Heat. Was it the other one, Casino, I think. So he says, you fucking mess with him, you better come with a knife. If you come with a knife, he'll come with a fucking gun. If you come with a gun, he's going to keep coming and coming and coming until he needs to die. Because he won't stop. That was Speedy. He wouldn't stop. He got shot to death, the poor cunt. Good lad, really good lad. Him and Paddy were fucking class. Had some fucking team and some soldiers. You've got like people where you're at the top, and you've got brainy ones, and you've got foot soldiers, and then you've got ones who are dangerous, who can do the business. But they're like, you don't have them anywhere near the one to do the business. You get them right out the way. It could be 100 miles away or something, 50 miles away. You don't use people from your own area to do them jobs. You use people from right out the area, and they're not seen, they're not heard of, you're not caught on camera with them or anything. So if that happens, you use them type of soldiers. But the ones you need around you, the ones who are fighters, you need them to be in your area, because if there's trouble, you can phone them, they're going straight to your house. And if there's any backup you need, you've got them. Like if I fought the night, I fill the fucking street with people, but I don't need to, because these cowardly cunts there do it on their own. You're only daft cunts. That's why the ram when I went out, dropped the fucking smoke bomb in the shit bags. Dropped the smoke bomb on the floor, the fucking cowards. Drop. Peeps, take it easy, everyone. Yeah, okay, guys. Thank you. See you later, everyone. Had a great night, as usual. Remember, guys, nothing's as bad as you think it's going to be. You think of the worst things all the time sometimes, and you go to bed, have a good sleep, get up next day. Old people tell you that, and get up next day, it's nothing's as bad as what you think. The fuck's happened with this? One day this will go through the window. Sean's saying, I can see you fucking do it in a minute. Swear to God, I'm fucking useless on these things. Never been interested in learning on them. You up to down and fucking back and forth. Oh, look at the fuck. See what I mean? So he said, oh, you fucking asshole machine. He said, I told him every day, it take me fucking 6 hours to send a message. That I don't know. If you get this wrong, fucking the whole thing go up. No, wrong. Brian, you haven't got a clue what you're doing. You're a fucking idiot. I'm a troll. Fucking worst troll in history. 15 hours to send one message. Fucking troll. Eve, I'll tell you what, I'm funny. I'll make you all laugh, don't I? Brian the troll. One message a month. I can't do it. They're all laughing at me. I can't turn it off. They're all laughing at me. I said, I'm a troll, mate. I can only send one message a month. Fucking useless.
I'll put the heat on. Yeah, I just find it. Yeah,